All right, so here we go. Game number 2 in a best of 3 between Team League Matchmaking and Choose Life on Dragonshire. Mystic, we haven't seen game number 1, so we have no idea. But what do you ban here? Do you go global or do you go shield siblings?
I personally think globals are stronger on this map. So
I agree.
Dahaka, Falstad, you know.
Right? You almost have to ban the Dahak out just so you can get that out of the way, in my opinion. But, yeah. We'll have to see how that works out. A little weird jumping into game 2. You have no frame of reference for game 1 at all. But rather than just sit here staring at commercials, we thought we would bring you guys a game.
Do you see the Falstad hover? Falstad is going to be the one banned.
All right, so that means either Choose Life wanted Dahaka, or they think Falstad is more powerful here.
Yeah, I think Team League Matchmaking is probably looking to maybe ban out the Zarya or the Dahaka, and then Choose Life is going to just pick the other one.
Okay.
Oh, but they ban out the Vala instead.
Vala instead. That is an interesting ban. We didn't see the last game, so maybe Vala gave them trouble, or maybe they just don't like the idea of Vala going across because they know a shielder is going to be available.
Do you pick up the Dahaka here? Do you pick up the Zarya here? I was thinking it's one of those.
That's interesting because that leaves Dahaka available for Team League Matchmaking. And I would not mind seeing that be the case. Pick up the Dahaka and the Task. That would work even better. Pick up both.
Thinking really hard about the second one.
They really are. They're taking their time. And this just in, Towers of Doom was the last map pick. Team League Matchmaking did win that game 36-0. Task Mouth, that's an early double support pick. But I guess if you want to make sure you get that Mouth, you got to do that.
Yeah, I think you probably want to pick up Lucio if you want it now, because it probably won't make it past the next ban phase.
Agreed. Yeah. That's probably the truth.
Otherwise, you're probably going to have to settle for Rhaegar. The Dahaka is still open. Dahaka Zarya is not bad either.
The Lucio Greymane. I like that.
There is the Lucio. I've been seeing Greymane a lot lately.
Well, no, absolutely. Absolutely. You're right. We have seen Greymane a lot lately. As the meta shifts around him, I don't want to say gets more powerful because nothing's changed recently with him, but more people are using him.
And then if you look on the PTR, he's actually getting buffs. Well, kind of a change.
Well, it's a change, right?
And then a buff to his Cursed Bullet.
Right, right. But into the ban phase.
So they already picked up.
Right.
Ooh, the Anubarak.
I like that. I like that because you know they already have the Greymane. You want to probably go Li Ming here. So I like the Anubarak ban. Or even if you don't go Li Ming, but you go Kael'thas or, really any mage. I like the Anubarak ban. Preventing Choose Life from getting that.
And we do see the Tracer ban out right here. Tastar with Tracer is very strong, so Tracer ban makes sense.
Well, especially after they've already banned out the Vala, right? Like, what does that leave you with? So
Yeah.
you're kind of stuck. Yeah, that makes sense.
I think they might pick up the Lunara, because Lunara is like the next best thing when Vala and Tracer are both off the table. We see the Arthas Sonya.
Arthas Sonya. I am really digging Team League Matchmaking's draft right now. A lot of melee, though. I would not be surprised to see a Kayle Thoth come out from Choose Life at this point.
They do need another tank. Murden's not a bad choice here, I think, for another tank to go with Zarya. And Dehaka is still on the table. And with the other damage pick... Yeah, KT or Jaina maybe. Or Li Ming.
Yeah, I mean, but you need a mage, right? You almost, I like the KT just because there's so much melee, and you could get a lot of value out of the chain bombs. Ooh,
Nazebo.
Nazebo Muradin, okay. Planning on going post 20. Nazebo is crazy powerful.
Yeah, Nazebo is really good versus immobile heroes like Arthas, where he can just throw his spiders, throw out his zombie walls, and they're all just stuck in him.
Right. Sonya just eats the zombie wall alive, though. One spin, and, like, your zombie wall means nothing to me.
Yeah.
So that's the last person you want to stick in that zombie wall.
And do we see a mage, or do we see like a Lunara or some sort of auto attacker? Oh, we see Gul'dan.
Gul'dan, all right.
Okay, both teams have their drafts. Map is Dragonshire. Here we go.
This should be interesting. So, game number 2 between these two teams. Going into Dragonshire, for the red team Choose Life, we have X Electra X on Muradin, Coda McNugget on the Greymane, Basher Happy on Zarya, Most Grace on the Lucio, and Spicy McHaggis on the Nazebo.
And for Team League matchmaking, we have Bronarius on the Arthas, Hoshi Baba on the Tassadar, Zlurd on the Gul'dan, Schism on Malfurion, and Rust on the Sonya.
You said Hoshi Baba?
Yeah.
Didn't we see him playing a chair league game recently?
I believe he was on the team I Like Your Smile. I'm not 100%, but...
We definitely cast him in chair league, though, right? He played Vikings that game.
Yeah, I believe so.
5, 4, 3.
And it was on Dragonshire. So where's the Vikings, Hoshi Baba? I remember that because he made a believer out of me that night.
Was he the one who didn't use the longboat after choosing longboat?
That's who it was. He made a believer out of me in Vikings, though. And not to digress, but Dayuni had a good point in Twitch chat that night. Hoshi Baba was in the Dragon, so he couldn't use longboat in that last battle because he was in the Dragon Knight. But like, he made a believer out of me with Vikings.
Can you not use longboat while you're in the Dragon? You can use
can't.
two-person longboat, can't you?
I don't think you can.
Oh. Interesting.
But he's playing the Tassadar tonight. But his Vikings game was on point that game. That Dragonshire.
The ancient shrines awaken. Control them.
All right, so here we go. We have Sonya versus Muradin in the top lane, and we have the 4-man kind of going back and forth, mid bottom lane for Team League matchmaking. Looks like Nazeebo's kind of saying mid lane, and we have a 3-man Lucio, Zarya, and Greymane in that bottom lane, kind of doing their thing, clearing the waves. I like this decision because this means the 3-man in the bottom lane is already ready to grab this bottom shrine, like immediately. There's already 3 men down there. They don't have to do anything. And Nazeebo rotating top lane, throwing out a little bit of spiders onto Sonya, trying to be annoying. And the 4-man for Choose Life, or the 3-man for Choose Life, just staying in the bottom. 4-man for Team League matchmaking, rotating down, and Malfurion grabbing this bottom shrine. Nobody mid lane to grab it right away, though. So even though they're going to have both shrines and the dragon available,
ooh, Gul'dan goes down to the Zarya bombs.
Well, that's the this is why I prioritize Zarya over Tassadar personally. She's doing an insane amount of damage right now. And Nazeebo able to protect that dragon until his team can go down into the bottom and take the shrine for Choose Life.
Nazeebo going, I need stacks for my spiders, so I'm gonna go up top lane.
So Zarya going the talent that you turned me on to. She went Feel the Heat, and it's showing. When Arthas gets into melee range, he gets chunked.
Yeah, you do not want to be in melee range of Zarya when she has Feel the Heat.
So, slight XP lead going over to Choose Life. Not enough to really, like, change what's going on right now, but an XP lead nonetheless. Shrine's now back over into Team League Matchmaking's control. Looks like Tassadar might go mid to try and cap this Dragon Knight. I'm not sure he's going to be able to do that with Nazeebo there. Lots of damage coming out onto that Gul'dan. He's throwing out skills as fast as he can, but not going to get a kill on anybody. And the Shrine control going back over to Choose Life in the bottom. Just checking up top. Sonya doing a little bit better than Murden on maintaining pressure there. So this is interesting. Tassadar looked like he was going to stay mid lane, but instead coming down, throwing out his little weak laser beam onto a couple minions. And popping back into the middle lane.
I think the later and later that this game goes, the more and more that the advantage goes to Choose Life, because they do have the Nazeebo and they do have the Lucio, who really, really starts to shine later on in the game.
Oh, and post, what is Superstition, 16 now or 13? 16, right?
Superstition is 13, actually.
So at that point, Gul'dan won't even be able to touch Nazeebo. Because he'll just, like, laugh it off. Alright, we do have 7s out, and it looks like Nazeebo's going straight up spiders.
Makes sense. Gul'dan, not very mobile. Arthas, not very mobile. Malfurion, also not very mobile, so. Ooh, Greymane getting rooted a little bit. Well, that's a really big Malfurion root, no follow.
That was a huge Malfurion root. The fight is definitely over this bottom shrine. But Nazeebo coming top, looking to put some pressure onto this Sonya with Murden.
Whoa, the spiders
that was
into that zombie wall.
Zombie wall. That's going to force Sonya behind her wall, and this could make the Dragon Knight finally come available for Choose Life. But not so quick. Now we have a lot of pressure being placed on the bottom lane. Not going to be enough to make a difference, though, and we have both shrines 1-1, still being held by each team.
Now there hasn't been like that much structure damage on each side. I'd be getting a little bit antsy if I was Team League matchmaking, because that late game is slowly creeping up.
10 just around the corner for both teams. I honestly think Tassar keeps going middle lane, hoping that he can get the Dragon Knight. And then getting there, realizing he can't. And now we're going to see Malfurion B. This could be the moment that Choose Life turns around. They do have their 10s before. And out comes a Cursed Bullet, and Arthas goes down between Cursed Bullet and Expulsion Zone. That was the end. Lucio popping, let's break it down, just to save the Zarya and allow her enough shields to back out. 10 picked up on the other side. So both teams have their heroic abilities available. Nazebo right at the shrine, just waiting to grab that dragon. Tass can't really leave at this point to go shield his teammates. He's got to make sure he keeps Naz off that Dragon Knight. And the entire bottom wall just gone for Team League matchmaking.
Arthas looking to see if he can't get something here.
That was actually a great trade on the side of Choose Life. They pushed in really hard, got a kill, got a wall.
Ooh.
Didn't really lose much, but now they're going to lose the Zarya.
Oh, that was a great fear.
That was an excellent fear. Greymane going down as well. This is really the time that Team League matchmaking needs to make something happen. Top lane, Sonya getting caught again, is going to be able to get out of it. But Dragon Knight not available for Team League matchmaking to take advantage of their 2 kills that they just picked up. Murden getting really low, has to pop. Yeah, had to pop Avatar. Arthas helping to grab Nazebo, and Nazebo is going to go down there. Gul'dan solo holding the bottom shrine. And I would not be surprised to see Tassadar or Sonya grab this top shrine real quick. Malfurion and Arthas in a position where they can grab this Dragon Knight as soon as it's available. Looks like Malfurion's going to be the one to grab it. Arthas chasing bottom. Gul'dan does go down, but it does not matter. The Dragon Knight has been picked up by Malfurion in that middle lane.
Now they do have to be careful because the Malfurion is the one that's in the Dragon Knight right now, so they do not have a healer.
I also think he plans on popping Twilight Dream as soon as he gets knocked out of it. Since it is Malfurion and he is weaker, harder to escape. He does have Ice Block now. 13 just around the corner for Choose Life.
Zarya taking quite a bit of damage here from the Dragon Knight and Arthas.
Ooh, Expulsion Zone just on the wrong side of that Malfurion. Actually helping to get him to safety. And a 5 versus 5. That's a dead Lucio. Look for the rest of Team League matchmaking to follow up on that kill and get some more.
Yeah, another great fear coming out from the Gul'dan, making sure that that Lucio dies.
And this should be this bottom fort going down.
Blue team has destroyed a fort.
Ooh, Nazebo, you might be in a bad spot here, bro.
Oh, the root is good.
Lucio, no, Murden jumping in to try and help. Going to save the Nazebo there, but that's about it. And now it would not surprise me to see camps taken by all teams.
Soon the shrines shall awaken, heroes.
All right, Giants for Giants in the bottom lane. Sonya picking up a bruiser camp for Team League matchmaking in the top lane. And it looks like the rest, 4 men rotate around for Choose Life onto their bruiser camp, leaving Zarya in that middle lane. This could be a quick Dragon Knight, though, if Team League matchmaking plays its cards right here. Ooh, but instead Tassadar may be in a bad position.
Tassadar, yeah, able to get himself out pretty quickly there.
Bottom Bruiser Camp picked up by Team League matchmaking as well. That's going to give Greymane a number of targets to have to clear in that bottom lane. Murden may be in trouble, and it looks like we do have a strong rotation up to the top lane by Team League matchmaking, looking to get this shrine.
Now Choose Life trying really hard here to get 16. They kind of need 16 for that Nazebo power spike here.
Hero slain.
Nazebo did go down as he was followed by Gul'dan and Arthas in the bottom lane.
Dragon Knight comes out, and I think Team League matchmaking here is probably gonna want to get a keep pace with the game.
I'm not sure they can get the keep. I know they can get the fort. I'm not sure they're going to be able to push through and get the entire keep, though.
Blue team has destroyed a fort.
They may. It looks like they're going to go ahead and go bottom lane. Try and get this keep wall instead, which was already weaker. And that's going to be keep wall down.
Yeah, half health.
30 seconds left on it as well. I think we're going to see them back out now. Use the Dragon Knight as a team fight, and that's about it.
A lot of ultimates being popped.
Yep, out comes Let's Break It Down, and every other heroic as well. Twilight Dream and Archon look like they are the only two left available. Zarya taking a ton of damage, goes down. With the Zarya dead, this and Let's Break It Down being on cooldown, this could be the keep going over to Team League matchmaking.
Zebo's starting to ramp up and do quite a bit of damage.
Oh, that Twilight Dream was beautiful. Murden should die here. Able to just barely escape. And with the keep destroyed, we do see Team League matchmaking backing out. I mean, why not steal the bottom Siege Giant camp from Choose Life at this point when you're backing out?
Yeah, Team League matchmaking, taking that keep, they're in a pretty good position because we have Choose Life. They're only at 16, so they're on course to finish the game before Nazebo can get all those stacks and get to that 20 power spike.
Power spike, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and bottom lane being opened up means they have a path to get to the core that has potentially 3 Merc camps with it. Choose Life saying, yeah, you invaded us, we're going to invade you. Here we come. I'm a little worried about this, seeing as they're not 20 yet either. I mean, this is the one time that really at this rate Choose Life has a chance. 16 into 19. But 20 is not far away for Team League matchmaking. And once they hit 20, I know they don't have quite the spike that Nazebo has, but the spike is still there, and that can cause problems going in. It's going to be 17 versus 20. Not a position you really want to go into. Murden diving deep. Curse Bullet going on to Arthas. Not going to cause him too much problems, though. A quick Tychus shield and a Malfurion hot, and he is back up to full. Both Bruiser camps have spawned. Both shrines are active. Both teams looking for 20. I think Trickle XP is going to hit Team League matchmaking any second now, and they split to grab the shrines.
Yeah, if they grab the shrines here and go maybe take out another keep or even go straight for core, they do have that 3-level advantage and the talent tier advantage.
And there is the availability of the Dragon Knight going over. Arthas has not. Oh, yep, he did finally pick his 20. So 20's picked up and available for Team League matchmaking, as well as all their, well, Sonya just used her Fury, but all the other heroics are available. This could very well be game if Team League matchmaking plays it right, but that Dragon Knight is already at 42% health. Taking just a ton of damage.
Well, the fear fears away the healer.
That's a great expulsion zone, though, really separating most of Team League matchmaking from each other. Keep does go down. Arthas pops out, pops his Army of the Dead, and looks to make something happen. Murden going down first. Nice Twilight Dream coming out to silence the rest of Choose Life. And it looks like, yep, Zarya will be the next to die. This should be game. They can just finish on core right now. Sony putting out a ton of damage onto Greymane. He is going to go play Ring Around the Rosie with Arthas. And with all this damage coming out on the core already at 84%, I do expect this to be game. Nice root. Greymane going down. Core at 35% and dropping fast. That's going to be game number 2. Going over to Team League matchmaking. They will face imported support in the next round.